Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is when you hear this message, I pray that you're poised to receive, to accept, and to respond to words of wisdom. Ashe. Today is a super high-powered day for me. Historically in my life, when I have days like this, I call these days of super downloads, right? Get just a super download where I experience something like a dream, in the sense that a dream can be pretty mundane. It could be a very simple set of symbols and images, but the way those images make you feel enable you to recognize that this is a very significant dream. Something has shifted or something is about to shift of epic proportions in my life. And today's one of those days. And cosmically, I'm not an astrologer by any stretch, but what I do know is that in this new moon, the sun and the moon are in Libra. I'm a Libra. I'm only hours away from my birthday, and so I perhaps can attribute this experience to that reality. Whatever the case may be, what I want to do is I want to share some insights, and perhaps these insights will evolve into a lesson. Honestly, I haven't formulated a lesson as I typically would when I sit down to make a video. I just want to share my experience right now. And the experience is that of a realization, you know. And what I realize on this day is the way in which I have practiced a form of false humility. And what I mean by that is I'm trained as a counselor. I'm trained as a teacher, as well as trained as a babalawo. In all instances, I function much like a mentor in the mythological sense. The mentor is always in the background. The mentor is strong. The mentor is confident. The mentor has total resolute certainty and is unwavering. Meanwhile, the hero may have insecurities. The hero may be uncertain. The hero may be unwilling to rise to the occasion and do the things that he or she is called to do. And this is the importance of having the mentor. So if you go back and you look at people like Merlin, if you look in movies like Star Wars with, you know, Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, you look at Harry Potter and Dumbledore, right? On and on. If you just keep going through all the mythological, archetypal, maybe is a better way to put it, archetypal characters, you'll find that the mentor is strong, but they're in the background. And their whole purpose is to empower and guide the hero in the process of fulfilling their destiny. And so that has been how I, have characterized my work. That is the hallmark of my work, really. The more successful my clients are, the more successful my students are, the more successful I am. And so you can look at it in very simple terms. If you go to counseling, you go to therapy, the last thing you want is your therapist, your counselor to be center stage. And the whole thing is about the counselor talking. That isn't therapy. The same thing with teaching. If you're in a classroom as a teacher and you're doing most of the talking, well, you need to challenge that, because there need to be intervals, right? Where you talk long enough to introduce concepts, principles, practices, and techniques. But then if you're a good teacher, you're gonna withdraw yourself and you're gonna create more space for the students to share and intermingle with one another. You're gonna facilitate that peer-to-peer education, because that's where the learning really happens. You're gonna facilitate processes whereby the student can go out and practice and encounter and experience the things that you have been teaching in the classroom or laboratory experience. When you're not there, basically, they're going to learn their deepest lessons. They're going to have their most significant transformation to the degree that you can withdraw yourself from the content and from the process. I hope I'm making myself clear. The same is true as a babalawo. Babalawo, keyword, mystery. Hey, you might as well be invisible. You're going to tell the people what Ifa says. You're going to make the Ebo. They're going to go out and they're going to live that. They don't even have to tell people that they've gone to see you. There's total discretion, right? Total confidentiality as a Babalawo and as well as a counselor. All of that to say that that's my training and it's being reinforced over and over and over again. However, in that process, I realized that I am more than a counselor. I am more than a teacher. I am more than a Babalawo. I'm a thought leader, right? I have positioned myself as a thought leader, as someone who has gone out on the forefront and laid the foundation and created pathways for the people who are my peers, as well as those who will come behind me, to be able to speak clearly and authoritatively on our tradition and on our practice. I've done so as a forerunner. It's not something that, oh yeah, somebody put this in front of me and said, hey, Obafemi, follow this track. No, I cleaved a path that my Ori has set for me. I've done what the deities have said that I should do. There was no path when I started the journey. But now there are many paths and many people who are following my lead. I have built organizations, institutions, businesses, right? Based upon my understanding, my techniques, my methodologies. I'm an institution builder, right? In those capacities, it's important that I am out front. It's important that people hear my voice and they see my face and they recognize that I am the author of this idea, that I stand upon this idea based upon my lived experience, based upon my proven track record, right? Because this is where the confusion comes in. What I have historically done is I've been so democratic about the process. I've allowed people to be so close to the power that I have accumulated through the systems that I've created that they themselves, they think that they wield the power. People have gotten close to me and they think that, well, because of what they want to do, because of what they might do, because of what Ifa says that it is their destiny to do, that they are equal to me, that we are peers. And that's not the case. We're not. We're not. And this isn't a question of me being better than, but it's a fact of I have already done what I might do. I've already accomplished what was part of my potential. I have already set a standard of excellence based upon the path of my Ifa. I've already done those things. So if anybody is deserving of honor and respect and deference based upon what they might do, based upon their potential, how much more respect and deference do I earn by having done what I might do? How much more respect is owed to me based on the fact that I have proven already over and over and over and over what I am capable of doing? And this is where I'm really becoming clear about not perpetuating this idea of false humility. That does not work in my best interest, and it doesn't work in the best interest of the people who I'm destined to serve, right? Because what I have to do is create a vision and a pathway for fulfilling that vision that is clear enough for you to see yourself in that vision. My vision has to be clear, and in saying it is that I am assuming responsibility for this structure. As long as you ride with me, I can guarantee and promise you that I will provide this structure. This space will be here. It will function this way. I will create these opportunities for you to learn, practice, grow, and do. That is my commitment. That's what you can depend upon me for. And I've got 30 years history to prove it. I'm not talking about what I might do. right? I'm not a guy on YouTube who's in his mama's room or basement talking about what I might do. No. I have done. What I'm telling you is based on what I've done. So this is an invitation. It's not a brag. This is an invitation to say that this is what I have in place. You're invited to be in this place and partake of these benefits. If you can see yourself as a part of what I have created, then you're invited to come and contribute to it. You're invited to become a part of it. You're invited to benefit from it, right? But you're not the author of it. You're not an equal in it. You don't get to dictate or mandate what happens within this realm. You are joining and participating because you see that your full participation will benefit you. You get something from helping me do what I do. Your ability to participate in the structure that I've created, you understand that it is what is necessary for you to grow and develop and flourish. And so the more you support what I do, the more you benefit and the closer you get to realizing what it is that you would like to do. But it needs to be very clear that the positions and the obligations and the roles are very clearly defined and well laid out. There's plenty of opportunity and space for you to get down and do what you do. So long as you're clear about what we're doing, what the desired outcome is, what the pathways are, and how you can make your contribution to what it is that have already established. And so, again, perhaps this is a lesson for emerging leaders. Perhaps this is a lesson for people who are turning the corner and assuming higher levels or deeper levels of authority. But it definitely is a call to people who are observing, who have been observing what I've done over the years. Maybe you've been watching me. I hear this very frequently. I've been watching you for years. I've been studying from you for years. I have benefited from your teachings for years. If you're one of those people and maybe you're not a leader, maybe people don't recognize you as a leader. Maybe you don't recognize yourself as a leader. Maybe you just realize that I have something to offer you. Well, I want to invite you to be a part of it. I want you to get off the fence. I want you to make a commitment to say, hey, you know what? Obafemi Odugunwa, I see what you're doing is beneficial to me. I don't have to speculate as to what the value is that you add. I am ready to join. I'm ready to participate. I am ready to help you see this vision come to full fruition. I want you to join. Stop waiting. Stop delaying. This is your call. This is your golden opportunity. Come and be an active, deliberate participant in helping to bring about the good condition for yourself and those who you are destined to serve. Visit me at obafemio.com or orishalifestyle.com and let's start doing this. Let's start helping you live the medicine that will heal your life and heal the lives of those who you are destined to serve. I look forward to working with you. Bye for now. Odawo.